Hi, good afternoon. I'm Jeff James with Loffler, and I lead our healthcare initiative and vertical market here at Loffler. Joined today by my Chief Technology Officer, Jeff King, and the Director of Managed Print Services, John Turner. Here to talk a little bit about printer security and device security. And so maybe, John, give us an update because you've just recently come back from New York City.
So what we're kind of finding, and especially when you start looking at and talking to CIOs, when they start asking them questions about how secure is your environment, and they start asking questions about printers, only 16% of CIOs feel that printers are a security threat inside of their environment. Yet last year there was like 90% of companies had one at least data breach that had to do with print. So has this been a hot topic inside of healthcare that you're getting a lot of questions asked about?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're always getting, questions asked of us around, not only the single function devices, but the multifunctional devices as well. Not only from just a print perspective, but also scanning. And so maybe some of the things that we've talked about there, Jeff, that come to top of mind.
Yeah, definitely in our healthcare accounts today, you can walk into a lot of the organizations and quite frankly, the printing devices are still not secured. And it becomes a potential breach spot from a HIPAA compliancy perspective, especially if you have printers in hallways that are not secured. Lots of people walking through those hallways, an opportunity for someone to be able to pick up documentation from those printers. And so today, given all of the publicity and press as it relates to printer security, Loffler's really taken a very strong approach in working with our vendors to ensure that we have the technology platforms on our multifunctional device and on our printers to ensure that when we work with our clients that we have the right model for you. And so one of those that's really coming up is the ability for tapping into or authenticating on those devices. And by doing that, we're really securing the entire platform. And so it's the equivalent of having someone log into their computer, but they're really logging onto the multifunctional device to be able to access their print, to be able to scan documents, to be able to scan email securely, and really then ultimately be able to scan EMR or EHR. And again, it's all about productivity and security for our healthcare workers.
Yeah. And in the end, there's kind of three ways to look at it. So are you securing your devices, right? And then in those devices is the data secured for it. And then at the end of it, even that document coming out, are all those things secure in the end of it? And there are tools that we can help provide. So there's security assessments that can be done to help you find what protocols are open on your printers. So there's a lot of changes and tools that we can offer up to help people kind of identify where some of the gaps are inside of specific to print security.
Well, absolutely, and we're also looking at the automation components as well. So not only the workflow pieces that can be added as well. You have the security, but also the workflow too. So we're happy to talk to anybody about any of those things when they're looking to have those conversations.
So one of the other emerging trends we see is healthcare is still mired in fax. It's still considered the secure way to transfer data from one facility to another. And so some of the other emerging technology platforms that are coming out is direct messaging. And the ability to be able to transmit a document from a multifunctional device, not necessarily over traditional fax lines, but using a secure technology to go from one facility to another, thereby eliminating fax. But still conforming to the security requirements for healthcare. And so direct messaging is another one of those emerging technology platforms that we're working with and exploring with our healthcare organizations.
More on that. There'll be more on that coming.
Correct. Okay. So, with that, if you have any other questions or any concerns?
Look us up, go to the Loffler website, and be happy to field any questions or comments you might have.